Hi, this is Glenna, and I'm here with my number 4 aha moment. I have to say that the reading The Blue Nowhere was a thoroughly enjoyable experience for me. It is not my typical genre of choice, but I thought it was quite interesting and very informative as well. I realize that James Deaver wrote this as a fictional novel, but I feel like that he researched it enough to know that there's so much of what he had in the novel taught me a lot about the internet. It taught me that if Fate, who was obviously an expert cracker, if he was able to go in and retrieve information from seemingly extremely secure websites such as government sites, that it makes me feel like uh, how much simpler it would be to go into websites that are much less important in our lives, or at least to most people. But one of the parts that really hit home with me was towards the very end of the book. Gillette and Shelton were having a discussion concerning the loss of Shelton's son and his being very addicted to the computer. And Shelton makes the comment that life is here, flesh and blood, human beings, your family, your children. That's what's real. Gillette goes on to say to himself, but machines are real too. They are becoming more and more part of our flesh and blood life every day, and that's never going to change, which I do believe is true. The question we have to ask ourselves isn't whether this change is good or bad, but simply who are we when we step into the blue nowhere. And I think that just deals with all this internet security, and it makes me think and question about what my own children and my students at school, my grandchildren, how they're going to learn to continue to be safe in the blue nowhere.